By a show of hands, how many of you talk to yourself? Now, a lot of you raised your hands, some of you didn't. Those who didn't were sitting there thinking, no, I don't think so, huh?
Mark was absolutely fantastic as usual.
I'd characterize it as an overwhelming success.
My people a year later will be quoting stuff that he said.
Mark brought the house down like always.
I think all of us walked away a little more motivated than we were when we come in here.
The greatest reason for setting a challenging goal, whether it's 10,000 service agreements or #1 box office star in America, is who you have to become in order to get there.
Mark is a really extraordinary fellow. Not only is he, of course, marvelously entertaining, he's got a message that I think can resonate with virtually any audience.
4, I want you to make a decision before you leave here today to raise your own bar. Figure out what you want and why. Forget the how. There are people in this room who have done what you want to do and been where you want to go. Ask them. They'll tell you. Unassertive salespeople have skinny kids.
The audience is in rapture when Mark is talking. He's got a presence, he's got a command. He can hold the audience in his hands and mold them into whatever he wants.
More than ever before, your audience wants to feel energized, entertained, and equipped to thrive. You can make your next meeting a fantastic success with world-class speaker and best-selling author, Mark Matteson.
See, it's not what happens, it's how you respond. It's not how far you fall, it's how high you bounce.
When the dust settles, they're given a buffet of sorts of principles, proven principles that work. And if they apply those principles in their life, it's going to make a meaningful difference to their business, their family, their relationships.
You don't want to be like Marlon Brando in the back of that cab from On the Waterfront. It could have been somebody, Charlie. I could have had glass. I remember the interview with Nick Monicani after the Dolphins in 1971 lost the Super Bowl to the Dallas Cowboys. And they said, what happened? He said, I don't know. He said, we goal set all year long to get to the Super Bowl. And the reporter said, you mean you didn't goal set to win it? And he said, my gosh, no. The next year they goal set to win the whole thing and go undefeated, and what happened?
For over 20 years, Mark Matteson has been sharing his positive humor and peak performance tools with audiences throughout the world. His clients include Honda, Microsoft, GE, John Deere, T-Mobile, and hundreds of other top organizations and associations.
Mark started talking about setting a vision and then growing into that vision, setting a large vision, which I think is really important for the industry today, and it's really important given the current economy that he helps you lift beyond what the economic times are.
The challenges people have today is they're afraid on a multitude of levels. Fear it pervades every aspect of our life.
You see, because if you had setback, if you have frustration, if you've had challenges in your life, and I call them winters, we have spiritual winters. We have financial winters. When they came and repossessed my Honda Pilot, it gave whole new meaning to getting back on my feet. You're laughing, I'm telling you the truth.
Millions of North Americans feel uncertain about the future. With the challenges facing your people today, you need a speaker who will leave your attendees feeling encouraged and empowered. Mark is the author of the popular book, Freedom from Fear. His inspiring messages are high impact and highly entertaining. Mark builds his content specifically for your group. Your attendees will enjoy the personalized takeaway message that you want them to experience at your program.
The principles and concepts that I teach deal with specific antidotes like goal setting, like journaling, like choosing to have a great attitude, and what are the strategies behind that.
Whether I'm setting up or planning an event for 500 people, 5,000 people, even 10,000 people, the speaker is so critical to setting the mood that you want to create and the message that you want to get across. A storyteller like Mark is dynamic because right away you're going to hit the people where they're at in their emotional state. And being able to deliver content is great, but being able to deliver content with substance through storytelling, that's where you'll really connect with the audience.
This is America. You can do, have, be, or become anyone you choose to.
I used to change filters and now I do this. Somewhere between then and now I changed. okay? And you can too, anybody can. If you want something bad enough, if you know what you want and why.
Enjoy the journey. The best is yet to come. Set the bar high. Go after what you want. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. I not only practice what I preach, but I really want you to succeed, and I want you to try the things that I've tried that have worked.
Your audience will thank you when you schedule Mark Matteson for your next corporate event, annual meeting, sales conference, awards program, or breakout session. Mark gives more than 100 presentations a year. So grab your event calendar and lock him in for your event right away.
Everybody jumped up at the end of it. It was a standing O. Again, it was a home run.
When you want your audience to feel really good at your event and feel great about their future, schedule Mark Matteson.